friends, welcome back to my channel. So I'm actually recording this maybe 2 minutes after I finished the last one that you would have seen on my channel. I wanted to show you kind of like my MacBook setup and mostly like my vision board dashboard that I have on my MacBook, and then go into my Notion and show you how I use my Notion. I'm gonna be looking down a lot because I've never done this where I'm like doing something on my computer. All right, so this is my dashboard. So over here you have a calendar. So I made this on Canva, and I'll leave a link to, I kind of use like a template, but I'll leave a if I can, I'll try to figure out, I think I can make this a template and then share it so you can access it and customize it yourself. But essentially what I did is I put a calendar here that I can change out every single month, so I don't have to get an image. I can just go in here because I can check all of these and change the numbers. And then I have files here, which these are blank because I just cleared everything out. But sometimes when I'm doing schoolwork or I'm working on something, I want to be able to just put stuff on the desktop and then filter it into the folders later. So I'm going to change out these icons because I don't love them, but I have indie bookworm stuff, content creation stuff, random randomness, which honestly is part of content creation, but whatever, it's fine. And then writing, important stuff, planning and life admin stuff, junk drawers, just like random shit I need to go through, and then school stuff. For my widgets, this is just a calendar. This is like a photo one, and then this is a quick access to my Notion. I honestly don't know how often I use it though, but because I don't remember if it opens up on the website or if it opens up in the app, and I like the app. Here's a world clock where I have LA, New York, London, and Shanghai, China. I put China because I've been using the Red Note app, and so I like to be able to look and see what time it is in China. Here is like part of my vision board. You'll see a lot more of these images on my planner. I basically did vision boards everywhere. Like I want my vision board freaking everywhere. So I'm a mom, that's motivation. This says a year full of memories, and it's like writing and productivity stuff, a lot of writing stuff. Money Thrive is my year, or my word of the year. I'm in my lucky girl era. This is you can't really see it here, but it's bigger on my vision board. It's basically showing that like I'm gonna get over 1,000 YouTube subscribers because I'm gonna get monetized this year, and lots of pictures of my kiddos. See, oh, I didn't even notice. See, this one would go here because it's something from school, but actually I'm done with that class, so I'll put it in here. So, and just pictures and YouTube. Someday you're going to be someone's favorite author. I really liked this one. So I got a lot of these just on like, I think like Pinterest. So that's it. So this is my desktop setup, and then we'll open up my Notion. So if you've never used Notion, you have these on the side, but I finally figured out how to like move that because I like this big. So word of year is Thrive. You'll see my vision board here again. And then clock, calendar, and then I kind of use like the center and the side. So I'll kind of go center, and then I'll go left side, right side. So going down the center, I filled this out today. So this is the school assignments. And I have term, which, because I can't get rid of this. So this month I'm in project and portfolio 3. And these are the 4 assignments that I have basically due this week. So intro and syllabus. It's due by Wednesday. It's a low priority. Obviously I have to do it, but they're not weighted grades. So they don't really have anything like, I have to do it, but it's like a low priority, and it's not started yet. And then, yeah, so you can see like reading video tutorials. That's technically nothing is due this is due by Wednesday. And then the rest of these aren't actually due until Sunday, but I don't want to just do them all on Sunday. So then I'm like, okay, so then this stuff has to be done by Friday, this has to be done by Saturday, and then this has to be done by Sunday, which this is the biggest like assignment, and that's why it has a high and it's graded most. These are both actually unweighted, but they're important because I need these 2 to be able to accomplish this one. And then not started. So once I finish something, if I'm like working on it, but I haven't finished it, and then once done, I can change it that way. Then these are the more things I use a lot. So these are my 2025 goals and habits, which I'll actually share with you now. So one of the things I did before I kind of scroll down here is you can see here's all the stuff from 2024. So I can kind of see how little I did. You've got that video you can go back and reference, but I keep those here. So I have prior years, 2024, even 2023. So that way, because I've been using Notion for a while, I'm just not good at actually using it and sticking with it. So I spent a lot of time in like December and early January really making sure that this is something that I can use all of the time and be really consistent with. So quickly going through my 2025 goals and habits. So I like to have as many goals and habits as the years are, but I break them out. So this time it was 14 goals, 11 habits. I think last year, because it was 24, I had even amounts. So my goal, I want to get the Trophy Wife query ready. I want to start the query process. I want to read 40 books. If you remember last year I said 100 and I think I read like 5, if I even read 5. So 40 books. Graduate with a 3.0 GPA. I said graduate because I'm done in December. So I will be finished with my program. It takes a little over 2 years. And I want to finish it with the 3.0. Right now I think I have like a 2.9 or 2.8. I have to look at it again. But I would love to have a 3.0. Lose 50 pounds, post 100 YouTube videos and 25 podcast episodes, become monetized on YouTube podcasts, and I did put Twitch because I am going to start doing some Twitch streaming. I don't know if I'm going to start it this month or next month, but I am going to start Twitch. So I want to get a little bit of extra money coming in because obviously who doesn't? Double my Instagram followers. I'm actually going to add to Threads/BS is Blue Sky. So double my Instagram followers plus Threads and Blue Sky, and then create 4 streams of income, save $1,000 emergency fund in a high yield savings account, which I have learned is the best way to do savings, especially if you're just, I think that's what it is. It's a high yield savings, so you can access it whenever you need to, but it has a higher like it grows. Pay off 3 debts in full, raise my credit score to above a 6.0 and keep it there, which I'm really close. Take the boys to at least 1 local event per season. So that's things like what we did in October, like going to the fall festivals, the pumpkin patches. There was a Christmas thing that we did that had like fireworks and they got to meet Santa. Like there's so many great, fun, really cool things in my community, and they really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. I would love to say once a month, but that's not always reasonable. Plus, there's not always something going on every month. So every single season, though, there is something to do, and I want to take them to that. Complete EMDR therapy. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but if you know, you know. And EMDR therapy is a great tool to help really combat my PTSD and anxiety. Hit at least 95% work targets by the end of the fiscal year, which I can't really explain that to you because it's a lot of like work stuff, but 95 is the minimum kind of tier that we need for bonuses, and I want to at least hit 95 by my work targets by the end of this fiscal year, averaged out. For my 2025 habits, I want to journal consistently, write/edit weekly with no unscheduled breaks, all assignments turned in on time or early, use planners, Notion, and trackers consistently, post consistently to the YouTube community, tab their IG, Threads, and Blue Sky, at least 1 monthly live stream on my channel/Twitch, so one or the other, or maybe I do 1 here, 1 there. Create and maintain a budget, read more graphic novels and listen to audiobooks, work out 5 days a week, combination of home and gym, because I do have a lot of stuff to work out at home and I just haven't been using it. Crap, my battery is dying, so I'm going to try to finish this section. Consistent meal planning, prep, and tracking. So those are my goals and habits. And then if you go back, then these are my morning and night routines, set up pretty much the same. So this is like, I saw this thing that was like, oh, consider it like your opening shift, your closing shift. So these are just things that I want to do. Just kind of give myself a morning routine and a night routine, which I'm not going to kind of read them all, but you can see them here. Content creation, that's a big tab, so we will look at that later. Weight loss is pretty self-explanatory. So I have a calendar so I can plan out what days I go to the gym, what workouts I need to be doing, motivation for vision boards, affirmations, shopping lists, recipes, macros. I really need to go in and fill this stuff out. Okay, so it's many hours later. The boys are home and they are watching a YouTube video and playing a game. So when we left off, I was showing you this tab here, and then here's just recipes and meal prep. So I get some, I've been testing around using AI for recipes, but anyways, I can put like with this one, I can put like meal prep recipes. So this is kind of, I got this from a template from somebody else, and I can put like the date, but the cuisine category, just the details, ingredients, instructions. So I always like to keep like this here, and then these are what you fill out for it. And then this was like a meal prep, some tips for picky eaters, and then this is a recipe. I haven't really done much in this page yet. So then we'll go back to, okay. So then we've gone through that. So then down here is just other dashboards and links. So cleaning schedule. Again, I need to go through and kind of work on this a little bit more and start, like I filled it all out. It's just a matter of going in and actually utilizing it, because I clean my house all the time. I just don't clean my house and then come back to Notion. But I do want to do a better job of updating these things. So probably just like on Sundays when I'm doing my other planning, I can come in and make sure that I'm updating, you know, these things here. But it's mostly here so that when I am planning out my week, I can come on here and be like, okay, so is there anything specific that I need to add to my to-do list? Like, okay, today's the day I need to add wiping the inside of the microwave to the kitchen, or like whatever it is. And then this is my vinyl records wish list. These are the albums that I either have or want. So Wicked, I already purchased it. It was a low priority, but I got it and I love it. Taylor Swift, obviously, I'm working towards getting all the Taylor Swift albums. I need Debut. I have Fearless TV. I need Speak Now. Red is a high priority for me. 1989 is, I already have that one. Reputation is a high priority. Lover, I have that one. Folklore is high priority and I have that. Evermore is a low priority. Midnights, I already have that. That was high priority. And TTPD, I got a great deal on that. It was on eBay at like a Target reseller thing, authorized reseller. I got it for $26. And I think that it was like including shipping. And it was unopened. It was perfect condition. Like, I don't know why it was there, but I got it. I'm so excited. I need Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter, Emails I Can't Send. And then I want all of the Nirvana albums. I have MTV Unplugged. I need the rest. There's other ones that I want, but this is kind of the ones I'm starting with. And then last time I did it, I did kind of do it. There we go. So that way I can see what I don't have, even though my brain likes having them all together by band or by artist, but I already have these ones down here. So like they shouldn't have them mixed up. Okay. So then that is that list. Now we'll go back up here and we will go right to left. So these tabs, these are frequently used. I'm not going to show you the boys' dashboard, but I have a little dashboard for the kiddos with things that they need to do, and we kind of check it off. This is my habit tracker. I will show that to you after we're done with Notion, because that's not Notion. And then this is my finances, which is a dashboard here, which has like goals. And then personal finances. So this is the Ultimate Wealth Dashboard. I actually got this from so there's a YouTuber, Kaylin Kerbler. I watch a lot of her videos, and she has this business called Press Reset that does habit trackers and financial dashboards. She is coming up with a Notion template. I don't think it's come out just yet. I actually reached out to her So I'm going to show you the wealth dashboard and the habit tracker last because I actually got both of those from her. I bought them both on my own with my own money, and I've been using them, and I'm like, I would love to talk about your product. You don't have to like pay me, but I actively use it. I will be getting the Notion template when it's available, so I can show that to you. Again, this wasn't, I've already been using them. I reached out directly to her and I was like, hey, you know, would you be willing to provide me with the Notion template when you have it available? And she said yes. And then she also offered you guys, I believe it's 20%. So I will get the coupon code. It's in my email, so I'll put that down in the description. But if you do like them, I'll have everything linked, so where you can get the Ultimate Wealth dashboard and all the discount codes and stuff for you. And essentially this is it. So I have this here, and then I'm going to eventually have one of these, I think, for business expenses, but I don't have business expenses because I'm not a business and I'm not monetized and stuff. But maybe I should start keeping track of things, because if I ever do start making money, I don't know. But either way, but right now that part's blank. But this all came again from another YouTuber, Alexis Eldridge. So I will link her template down below as well. So again, this is kind of like a Franken template, essentially. Like a lot of this I made myself. This was something that was part of her template, I think. This was not, I don't know what parts really were. Some of them I just kind of, again, I took a couple of different things, or a few different things that I see on Notion, and kind of put them all together. So then we have social links. So even though I have the content creation tab over here, these are just pages that I can click on quickly if I need to while I'm in here, or if I'm working on something and I need to check out my Instagram, check on my stats, or check on my Ko-fi page. Like I can just click on them and get to them really quickly. So I put those there. And then this is what I'm reading, which I'm currently doing a beta read. I was supposed to have the book finished in November, but if you saw my last video, you kind of know why I went a little quiet. So I haven't finished it. I'm halfway through, and my goal is to finish it this week. In fact, tonight, I already have a plan for this evening. I'm going to finish this video, snuggle the kids, and then when they go to bed, I'm going to lay in bed and read for a bit. And that's part of my nightly routine, is I want to make sure that I read for at least a half an hour every single day. But I can just say she doesn't need my feedback on her book, because it is incredible, and I love it so much. So that's where I like to put like what I'm reading. And then this is just a picture that I took years ago of my favorite book with some coffee. And then here is my TBR, which this is not fully, again, I still need to go in and fully update things. I don't use Goodreads anymore, so I might figure out how to swap this out for, I don't know, Fable or some other way, or maybe I'll just still keep this listed. I don't really know, but essentially this is ones that I've read with some information on it, some like notes, but I have a different way of keeping reviews from now on. And then these are just books that I want to read. So some of these I already have. Actually, all of these that are on here I currently own, but again, or some of them I don't. Like I don't own this one. Actually, I think I do have that one on Kindle, but either way, I need to fully update this, because as you can see, I have way more books than that's on here. But it's a start. And then if I have it listed, and then let's say I'm going to start reading this one, I can put it here because I'm reading it, and then I can just move it here when I'm done. So I like that. And then you can hit add a book, and then you just copy and paste information from it. So I could actually start, instead of Goodreads, maybe I can look them up on like Bookshop or like somewhere else. I'm not really sure. And then here's my book log. So this I also took from the template from Alexis Eldridge. So it's just a simple book log. So you can put in, this spells love. I'm just looking at it, but spells love. Author, I'm so sorry, I can't see the name of the author, so I'm just gonna, and let's say I want to give this a 4-star. And then it's kind of cool. So then you could put like 3-star. Looks like that. Genre, let's see, this is fantasy, paranormal, maybe romance. So you can do that. Format is book. From, where did I get it? Oh, so I put this on here specifically because the kids wanted me to, because they get me presents sometimes. It's a library owned or from the kids. So I own this one. There you go. And then you can open it up though. Oh my God, how did I spell author? Okay, so there you go. And then I can put my full rating here. And then there you go. Then currently watching is basically the same thing. So I actually haven't been watching this for a while, but I'm still on it and keeping this on here because I do need to finish the series. I also need to finish this series with the kids. Right now, as of today, the day I'm filming, I don't have any series that I'm like in the middle of. But here's my TV watch list. So, want to watch, watched. Basically same thing, I just don't have the currently watched on there. Yeah, so if I'm ever like, oh, what am I in the mood for? What have I not seen? Same idea as before. And then my movie watch list, again, same exact thing. Ones I want to watch, and then when I've seen it, I can just move it over to watched, and then I can put little comments about it. And then that's just some coffee. And then moving on, I have, of course, on this side, we've got a clock. Things I love, my kids, my friend, my bestie, that's my dad and stepmom and my family, like my mom, my sisters, everybody. I didn't have room to list everybody individually. My beautiful home, because I absolutely love my home and I'm very happy living here. So, and I love my job. So these are just like reminders, especially like when you're having a bad day or like just a reminder, or you're like, oh, I don't want to go do the dishes, but I absolutely love my home. So inspiration and positivity, just positive things, little affirmations, quotes. If I hear or see a good quote, I can put it in here. Okay, and then the trophy wife, which is my book, current stage, draft 1 is completed. And then once I start doing my read through, I'll put that in there, editing, draft 1, 2, blah, blah, blah. So here's just like an image. This is an AI image that I made one day playing around. I was asking for something else and this is what it came up with, and I just love it. So then this is that, and then this is just writing. So if there's live streams, or I can track my word counts here if I needed to, and then writing goals, beat sheet, monthly word counts, sprint trackers, and notes. Honestly, because I do mostly everything in Scrivener, I don't use this page that much, but I do want to have it here in case I ever need to update it. And then TrackBear is how I have been tracking my words. So yeah, so then you can just click onto TrackBear. So that is basically it. So I'm going to show you this page. So here's like my calendar. So it shows some of the stuff that's on here. So this is the video. This should already be posted by the time you see it. I'm filming this one that you're watching now on Monday, so it'll be ready on Friday or on Wednesday, and then I want to have just like a weekly vlog. I'm going to start filming it tomorrow and just kind of film throughout the week. And then I have a live stream scheduled with Sarah Hoffman from Inimitable Books on the 16th, so I have that in here. And then these are a ton of videos. These are ones that I had planned on doing in January, but I never did. We can see like the ones that I added here are, if I add it in here, it like automatically will update here. So then let's say I'm like, cool, let's do this one. I want to post this video on this day. I just hold on to it and I drag it over and there it is. And then all the details about this are here. And then I can be like, cool, I'm going to do this podcast episode. Actually, podcast came out Friday, so I put that there. So this is kind of like what I would do when I've already decided what goes in here. Like these are all planned out. I've already decided that these are the videos that I want to post, the topics, like this is what I'm doing for my podcast and all of that for the entire month. If I don't, and I pull ideas, it's kind of a running list of YouTube ideas that I could have, podcasts. These again are more like ideas that I can pull from to put up here. This is a little bit more structured because I need to spend some time figuring out what I'm doing, and I need a little bit more planning for the podcast because I will be having guests. And then Instagram posts, again, this is a lot of it's just like ideas of things that I could post. And then short form, there's nothing really here, but again, because once I've decided things that I want to post, I can like pull them from here. So this is my idea brain dump, and it's all the different platforms and stuff. So that's what works for me. I'm gonna lay in bed in a little bit when I'm not recording, and I'm gonna clean all of this up so I can like go through and make a list or delete things that I know that I'm not gonna be able to do because maybe they're not timely anymore, or I want to just switch it from 2024 to 2025 and throw that back down to the ideas list because they're things I want to do in December. What I do with my weekly planner is I'll open up my Notion, see what kind of things I have listed in here, transfer them over to my physical planner, and then I have a daily one too. So that is it for my Notion. Okay, I do want to show you though my habit tracker and I'm not going to show you my personal financial planner because I don't share my finances on the internet. But this I can show you my goals, and then I'll show you like how to use the financial planner. So the whole goal and habit tracker, I really, really like it. So this is your annual dashboard. So I already filled this out with what my goals were for 2025. As you already saw, these are all what you saw in the Notion, but it's broken down between personal goals, health and wellness, financial goals, career and social media goals, and then writing goals. And then there's nothing obviously here because I haven't achieved anything, but let's say I read 40 books. Then you can see what I've done for each breakdown. And then you can see again, I started with 25 goals and I've achieved one. Now, how am I going to track journal consistently? Again, it's just based on like how often when I'm filling this out monthly, can I say that more months than not was this goal being completed, right? And then this is kind of cool. So as I start setting things, you can see January sucked. I set 30 goals and I only achieved 3. So February, I set 35 goals because anything I didn't achieve for January, I moved to February. And then I added a few or kind of swapped them out or changed things again because maybe they're not accurate anymore. And then you can see starting, ending, difference, and then results. Oh, this is something different, I think. Oh, yeah, because I set up, I think, trackers here. So I think I wanted to say like 500. I started with 510. I ended up with 511. No, sorry, I started with 511 and I ended with 512. The difference is 1, and my results here were, I'm okay with it because I didn't post anything, so I'm good with it. And then February, I do the same thing. These are like your quarter check-ins, so I can't fill out this part yet because we're not finished with the quarter. And then for January, these are my goals. You can see I set a bunch of stuff and I only achieved 3 of them. There's habit trackers on it, a weekly to-do list, which is really great. Again, I can fill these things out and then add them to my physical planner. And then this is the monthly reflection for January. I'm going to fill this out when I'm no longer recording. So my goal for like this stuff is I would like to do a good job of filling out a habit tracker. And my idea is basically just to like jot stuff down in my physical planner, and then I can come through and like actually fill it out on Sundays when I do my planning. So this was January, and then February, I did fill this out earlier today. Again, a lot of these goals I just transferred over, and then I added some new goals. I haven't filled out the habit tracker yet because I have to like sit down and really like think. I just kind of started filling this out before I did the video. You can kind of see here is, oh, here's the annual dashboard. So you can kind of see like an example of what it looks like when it's all filled out. And then this is kind of a dashboard monthly example of what it would look like all filled out. So that is the goal and habit tracker. I like the green color, so that's the one I got. There's tons of colors. I'll show you the website when we're done. And then here's a template version of the budget one. It's very similar. So this one says template just because I saved this separately because I'm not going to open up my personal one. So here you go. So this is, you put in the year. So it's 2025. You would put in your name. Currency is the dollar. So then again, you can put in what is all your budget sources or your income sources. So paychecks, commissions, bonus. I don't get commissions, so maybe I delete that, and I put like side hustle, right? So like side hustle or whatever you get money from. So I don't really DoorDash much anymore. I really haven't, I think, since the summertime, but maybe I decide I'm going to DoorDash, so I can put that in there for the times when I do DoorDash. Bills, rent, car, insurance, utilities, cell phone. You could bundle like utilities and as everything, or you can itemize them, maybe do your internet. There you go. So you can just put all of your different bills in there. Your expenses are different. So groceries, restaurants, coffee, gas, gym, self-care, clothing, gifts, pets. Maybe I put like allowance because the boys get an allowance. I would also put things like school snacks. So extra money for like their school snacks or something. Savings, maybe I put like summer leave because you guys know I don't work during the summer. Investments, I don't have investments really, but let's say I did. Extra debt, like these are debts that you may have, right? So maybe you have credit card or something like that. What's the net worth goal? 25,000 is your net worth goal, whatever that is that you want. And then again, you can put like all your subscription categories in here. So like entertainment would be Netflix, all, you know, maybe health would be if you have an app that you track your food with or something like that. And then what are the different payment methods? So you could put in like debit card. Oh, that was crazy. So like debit card, maybe you have money in PayPal because you have a side hustle, so you put like PayPal because you have like a PayPal account that has money in it. Whatever, credit card, whatever payment methods you have. When are your different bills due? So obviously the first, maybe this is due on the 18th. Insurance, maybe that's due like the 8th. I'm just making up numbers, but whatever, right? You put all this in here. And then debt payments, when are those due? Maybe that's due the 19th, whatever. So you just fill that in. And then, so this is like your setup. This is where you create all the things that you'll see because it pre-fills everything out. Then you have your annual dashboard. So this is like at the end, once you filled everything out, just like with the habit tracker, you can come back and it'll kind of give you a full breakdown of like everything that you've done. Annual totals, net worth tracker, credit score dashboard. This one's really cool, especially because, you know, raising my credit is a goal that I have this year. So this is an important one for me. Savings and investments, subscription tracker. Everything nowadays is a service. Everything is a subscription. So you can put all of your different subscriptions in here. So Netflix, that's an entertainment. I have the ads plan, so I think I pay $7.99. I usually pay that on my debit card. And I get billed monthly. It is on auto renewal and it renews on the, I'm just again making shit up, but the 10th. And then maybe the next thing I have is Canva Pro. I'm on a team with somebody. So that one, I would make that one as, let's say, social media. We're just going to say $20. I know it's more than that, but let's just say it's $20. I pay that on my debit card, but I only pay that once a year. And it's not auto-renewed, and it's due on the 18th, whatever. So you get it, you just fill it out like that with all the many subscriptions, but then it gives you a breakdown. How much do you pay every month? How much do you pay just every year, quarterly, biannually? And then your total amount per month. So essentially here it's saying, like, instead of having to pay these all the way, you put money aside. So $9.66, I'm really only paying $7.99 a month, but then I'm also paying a little bit extra to go towards this balance. So this is the amount that I need to set aside every single month for my subscriptions. What I don't end up spending will just go into savings, so that way when this annual subscription is due, I've already paid it off. And then it gives you that breakdown. So I think this is really cool. There's a lot on here. I personally reorganized everything, so a lot of these tabs were at the back, because once you sit, it takes a while, like it takes time to sit down and set it up. Then once it's set up, then you just do the monthly stuff. So I kind of pushed all these setup things to the back, so that way when I click into it, I just have the months first. But then you have your bill calendar, so you can again put in when bills are due, and a debt calculator, so you can keep track of different debts that you have. So like car loans, collection debts, credit card debts, like whatever you have. Honestly, this one was a little hard for me to fill out, just because I needed to get more information from my car loan place. So, okay. And then this is how you would do your monthly. Let's say you want to include your rollover, and you expected that you'd have $50 left over at the end of the month, and you had 45% of budget rollover available. So now you're starting your month with $45 available. And then let's say I'm just making up numbers. These are not my real numbers, okay? But let's say I make $1,900 every 2 weeks after taxes. I wish, but let's just pretend I do. And side hustle, I am monetized and I am making $1,000 every single month. I don't get a bonus this month, and because I have the side hustle, I no longer need a DoorDash ever. So it's guessing that I'm going to make $4,850 is my budget. But then this week I took time off and it wasn't paid for, so I only got $1,680. But then this one, I got my full $1,900, right? And then my side hustle, I had a better month than I expected with views, and I made $1,200. And I didn't do any of this stuff. So I budgeted for $4,850, but I only made $4,825. So my difference was $25, and I made 99% of my budget. And then let's say my rent is $2,000. It's not, but let's say my car is $200. It definitely is not, but I'm just making up numbers. I'm just making shit up. And 50. So that's what we're gonna guess. So that means that my expenses are $2,550 of my $4,825, which means I now have $300 left to budget. So I'm gonna budget $500 for groceries. I'm gonna budget that I'm gonna take the kids out to dinner and we're gonna spend $50. I'm gonna spend $15 on coffee, which I haven't actually been getting coffee in a really long time. We're gonna say my gym is $40. Oh wait, gas. I'm gonna say $60 for gas. My gym is $40. Miscellaneous, I'm gonna say $100 for just random shit. Self-care, I don't really go get my nails done or do any of that, but let's say I want to give myself like $20. Oh, I don't know. Let's just pretend I want to put $20 aside just in case the kids need something. Gifts. Let's pretend it's my sister's birthday and I want to get her a gift. And let's pretend we filled out all the subscriptions and I pay $180 in subscriptions. I don't fucking know. Franklin, I'm going to give him 20 bucks. Allowance, I'm going to give the kids $50 total. And school snacks, I'm going to give them $12. So with this fake budget, now that all that's in there, now I have $1,193 left to spend. So this is where I could put in sinking funds. Let's say I want to put $300 aside for summer leave. I don't want to do that. Let's say I'm going to put 100, 500, 50, 50. I don't know. I'm just making shit up. Okay. So I still have $143 left. So we're going to put, I don't have a Roth IRA. This is all done by my work. But again, we're just making stuff up. So we're going to say 50. And then I have $93 left. So I'm going to put $93 in here. So now I have budgeted everything at the beginning of the month. And as I start spending it, so I have nothing left to budget. And then as I start spending stuff, I can come over here and say on 1, 2, 25, I spent $2,000 on my rent. Oh wait, that's wrong. On my rent, I bet. And then I spent $2,000 off my debit card for rent. All right, so then let's say this was an expense. I took the kids out to dinner and I spent $30 on my payment method 3. Dinner with the bugs. Okay, so then you can see here, it's updating automatically for me. So I thought I'd spend 50, I spent 30, I have $20 left. So yeah, so that is basically how it all works. So this is really, really cool. I'm very excited to continue using this. I have to go back through and update everything from January because I did not do a good job at doing this weekly. So this is something that's very important to me is on Sundays, I want to spend a couple of hours every Sunday doing my planning and updating these things. So that way, if I do it weekly, it's not gonna be a big deal to update my budget, my habits, my planning, all of those things. Now there's one other thing I'll show you. Okay, so this is her website. So Budgeting Made Easy. So again, you can see the habit trackers, the ultimate wealth dashboard, budget by paycheck dashboard, which is kind of cool. I don't have that one. Here is just information from some of the like influencers. So you can get different colors. So like that's warm neutral. This is the original, and then I have it in cool green. So it is $32, but I have the 20% off for you. So that takes $6 off. So that would make it $26, $28, $26. I think $26 for the whole thing. It is available in Google Sheets or Excel. I did have it at one point. I was using it on Excel, but it was doing, like, I wasn't liking it because it was harder to like link to things and it was a whole thing. And so then I realized I'm just going to switch to Google Sheets and it works so much better for me because I want to link it in with my Notion. But if you're not doing a Notion and you just want to have it on your computer and you don't want to have to access it anywhere else, you can do the Excel. But I really like the Google Sheets version. Oh, I love this. She added these things. So this is learning more about different budgeting and productivity. Oh, I'm going to also link her YouTube channel because I love her videos. And there's other things on here. So that's the, she has a few other things on here, I feel like. Oh, and then here's her free resources. So there's some fun stuff you can get for free. Like there's a holiday spend tracker. I'll probably get that I'm going to just download it now. So that way I can have that for the holidays. I think that's really fun. And then there's like monthly savings, daily planner, which I have a daily planner too. But if you would like this one instead, you can come here. Weekly planner. So these are cool like free stuff that she has too. Yeah. So there we go. So that is, and then I think she has like sweaters and hoodies and stuff. So I really, really like it. So the goal and habit tracker is 24 with the 20% off. So 24, so it's like 240. So it's just under $5 off. So yeah, so I think these are great. I would download them. Obviously I have. Okay, so that is everything that I wanted to show you on the computer. So this video is super, super long. So I'm just gonna quickly show you my planner. So this is my daily planner. So these are the same planning sheets that I've shown you before. I just rebound them. So I have a cinch binding machine and I can print out my own papers and bind stuff. So as you can see, it is the exact same daily planner that I've shown many times. I took it apart, rebound it. I only did like 6 months worth because I wanted to have something that was a little bit smaller and easier to use, and I just set aside all the other pages. So when I fill this up, I have more already printed and I can just either rebind it with a bigger one or make another one. But I am all about making my vision board everywhere. So I basically have the same vision board, but it's a lot of similar images, but just, I had a lot of images to work with. So I put this on here and then the back is different. So all four, everything is different. The inside here is different. The back flap is different. So very similar layouts, but it's just all the same basic ideas though. I want to make money. I want to pay off debts. I want to be financially stable. I want to write. I want to have amazing, incredible memories with my babies. I want to experience love and happiness and joy, and I just want to have a great year. And then my 2025 planner is a much thicker beast. Same idea though, 2025 planner. As you can see, these are very similar. Some of the images will duplicate, but not all of them. And then there's stuff on the inside. Yeah, it was a whole thing. It spent a long time. The only thing that I don't love about it is I got a new laminator a while back and it's not great, but I do like how thick it is. I like them laminated instead of like super hardbound because I do like to be able to flip them over. For the first time ever, I switched to a different inside dashboard. So I got this image off Creative Fabrica. I think I got this off Creative Fabrica. No, I think I got this off Canva and then this off Creative. I don't know. I got either all of it, but I don't know. But I have this. This is my dashboard. I feel like I made this in Canva with the girl came from Creative Fabrica. Next, we have this page, which is just a calendar. I made my own wheel of life. Oh, I think I got the wheel from Creative Fabrica. But then again, I just kind of like made everything. I still haven't filled it out because I've been waiting to film this dang video before I fill it out. I also created a self-care bingo for myself. I actually made this exact planner once for myself and then another one for my sister too. I made her one of both of these. Different completely. Hers is Harry Potter themed, which I'm not into Harry Potter, and I definitely can't stand the author, but she's very into Harry Potter. So I made her a whole Harry Potter themed planner set, and her self-care bingo is a little different, but then here's mine. So ideally I'd like a blackout. And then the trimestral planner I've had in my old planner system that I used before, but I actually, again, made my own. So everything this time is made by me, whereas my old planners were like Franken bundled together. Some of these, obviously, I used Creative Fabrica to give some of the design stuff. Well, this one I actually made all of my own, but like the dashboard and the wheel of life and the bingo I made through Canva. But essentially, yeah, like none of these I've taken from other like Etsy shops or anything like that. So with this, you basically fill this out and put like anniversaries, birthdays, things that happen every year. So when you're filling out your planner, you can kind of look every month and be like, oh, is there anything going on in February? Now my printer was being really weird and some of it was coming out a little blurry. I'm having issues with my printer. Then I just have each month. So it has a dash, like month. I actually have tabs for them. I just haven't put them on because I honestly forgot. Also, I didn't even do January. I didn't update January like at all. But every quarter, instead of a mood board every month, which is what I used to have, I just have them quarterly. So I can create my own little like quarterly vision board, or like mood board. So I should do that. Then you just go in, so you do your mood board. Then this is the same as my last planner, which is the month at a glance. So you fill out goals and stuff. So I kind of like, ideally I'll fill this out and then do the habit track, the one in the habit tracker, because this is like where I think things through and like brainstorm my goals, and then I expand on them through my habit tracker. Month on 2 pages. It's all undated too, so you can go in and fill it in. And then I like to journal, which I have not journaled because January sucked ass, but I should go in and journal. And then every week, so that's like your monthly views, and then you go into your week, which a brain dump is just things I need to remember. To-do lists, or things I need to remember, notes I might need to put in there, just whatever that I might need to remember while I'm planning. Or also, again, because I'll have my Notion, so I can open up and see things and like brain dump them here and then fill them in on my week on 2 pages vertical spread. So I like vertical stuff because I like putting stickers. And then I have notes, top priorities, reading, and writing. When I made this for my sister, instead of reading and writing, I just kind of left those sides blank, and she can use that for whatever she needs. She's actually using this. She sent me some Snapchats with it. She uses it every day, like at work, and so this has been really helpful for her for work stuff, which is really cool. That is literally the entire planner, and then it just rinse and repeats for the entire year. And then at the end of the week, there's a journal section too, so I can journal weekly. So when I say I want to journal consistently, like this is what I mean. Like I want to fill this out consistently. I also have a 5-year journal, which is where you just like write a couple lines every day. I haven't been using that either, and I need to. But the only thing I need left to do in this one is just fill in the tabs, and obviously fill it out. So that is my planning system. I have a feeling this video is going to be like 10 hours long, and I'm so sorry. But I really hope you enjoyed it. I was planning on doing it as like a plan with me where you sit down and fill everything out, but this video is really, really long, and I also need to go snuggle my bugs, and we're going to watch some TV together, and it's not quite dinner time yet, but I need to make some dinner soon. So my plan for like monthly resets and plan with me's and stuff like that, because I love the idea of doing like a monthly reset, and I think those videos do really well for other people. On my channel, they haven't been that great. I find plan with me's actually do better on my channel. But I like monthly resets. So I think instead of filming a monthly reset, I do them all the time. But sometimes I'm ugly when I clean, and so like I don't want to put on makeup just to clean my house. So I don't usually film them. But I want to start doing a quarterly reset video and then monthly plan with me's. Let me know if you like that, or if you'd rather I just do monthly resets, whatever. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this super crazy long video. You know what to do, my friends. Go write some words and read a book and do some planning. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye.